Following the upheavals of the 80s and after the war in 2006, Lebanon wants to regain control of its own future. A great contribution to the achievement of this goal can be reached by the 20 students who participated in the International Master Program Cooperation for Peace and Development. 10 students come from the Lebanese State University, frequented mostly by Muslims, while the other 10 students are registered at the Holy Spirit University of Castello, attended by Maronite Christian. The coexistence of these young students shows that Lebanon has now recovered its historic tradition of tolerance among its several religions.
The university has a big role in the region, but we need to start to consider the importance of the university cooperation in Lebanon. We know that Lebanon is a very important actor in the Middle East, and the population is divided in as a Christian part and part in Muslim. So, and also the university reflect this division of culture or religion, also with a part of integration. The role of university can develop much more this integration of the cultural, of the religion, of the cooperation among the different institutions. We think that starting from Lebanon, we need to develop this type of cooperation also in the region, in the Middle East. Sapienza University is engaged also in other countries of the region, and we are the only actor in this moment that put together part of the societies in the countries that are divided by the conflicts. So we hope that in the academic program, the international community, especially Italy, is engaged in the first line, will promote this type of role, of new role of university.
Well, what I can say that I am proud and happy to have been able to start in creating this program, which involves, as you just said, the Italian Foreign Ministry, Università La Sapienza, and other Italian universities, and Lebanese universities. Why did we decide to start this kind of program in Lebanon? Because we feel, all of us, all in Italy believe this is the case, that Lebanon may be and should be an example of a possible Middle East of peace, dialogue, coexistence. Why Lebanon? Because of its history, of its multi-ethnic composition, multi-confessional. It has always been a country open to the world, open to dialogue, where cultures, religions have lived together, side by side, for centuries, without major problems. There have been, of course, difficult moments, even tragic ones, but deep down, the Lebanese want to live together, enjoy living together, enjoy exchanging experiences, cultures, and this is why we felt that Lebanon should be the test case for this case of cooperation, as an example to the rest of the Middle East, not only Lebanon, of course, but Lebanon, among others, and in the first line, for the reasons I just mentioned. In Lebanon, we try to do something quite innovative by bringing together two universities. The state university, the public university, Lebanese university, which is, of course, it's also multi-confessional, as all universities are in Lebanon because it's an open country, but mostly Muslim students attend the state university, the Lebanese university, and on the other side, a Maronite university. Majority Maronite students attend the Catholic University. We decided to have these students try and work together around programs proposed and coordinated, but decided together, proposed by the Italian side, by La Sapienza and the Italian Department for Cooperation, so that they might get closer and work together around programs which are based on peacekeeping, common reply to what we call global challenges, major natural disaster, environment protection, human rights promotion. And as far as I can say, the program, which started in 2008 or 2007, is for the time being a success. Lebanese students belonging to these two universities come to Italy in a very friendly atmosphere. They manage to get to know each other better than before the program started, and Italian students and teachers go to Lebanon. So it's a kind of work in progress, which we feel very encouraging. Today's seminar is one of the examples of this seminar. And as I said, Lebanon should remain for us a bridge of peace and culture for the whole region. It's a bet on the future of the whole Middle East, and we're happy to do that. And of course, I should express all my appreciation as a former ambassador to Lebanon, but someone who is still very involved in helping, promoting dialogue and peacekeeping, to the Lebanese side, all our Lebanese interlocutors, and to the Italian players, from La Sapienza to the Cooperazione Italiana, and in particular the Director General, Mrs. Belloni, who is very keen on these kind of programs. The government, Minister Frattini, who has been since the beginning of his mission very much involved in promoting cultural dialogue in the Middle East and interconfessional dialogue. This is where we stand, and we want to keep moving along these lines, because Italy is an example of peace building, bridges of peace, dialogue and tolerance.
First of all, I think to achieve development, we need actors. And these actors should have a peace mentality. So this program can present this spirit or this mentality. So it's very important. As you know, Lebanon is passing through multiple maybe conflicts, and so we need actors to cross maybe these conflicts and to achieve development, and maybe this is the first importance. And the other one is to share experience with Italy. You know, Italy is more maybe developed than our country because of all the conflicts we've been through. So it's a good opportunity to have this experience, to learn from the experience in Italy or in European country. I think these are the two important. First, actors, and second, the sharing experience.
We really need what we call the cooperation between the universities in Lebanon, between Lebanon and Italy, because the word of cooperation has a lot of meanings. And one of the most important meaning of this master, or for this cooperation, is to have a general idea, and to have a general idea about how to deal with other peoples from different cultures and different background. So it will give us the opportunity to think outside the box, to go outside our country, and to see how people in other universities and in other countries lives, acts, so we can have a good experience in this master.
The master program was established to create a larger collaboration between academic, diplomacy and the UN peacekeeping forces. The program was organized by the Sapienza University of Rome, the two Lebanese universities, the Pontifical University of the Holy Cross in Rome, and the universities of Palermo and Pavia. The master has also been promoted by the Italian Ministry of Defense and the Peace Forces UNIFIL in Lebanon.
We have many activities about the field of the cooperation. One of these is the bridge between Middle East and the European University, La Sapienza, and in the first line. This bridge is a master in which participate students from the Muslim community and the Christian community together to understand what is the peace, the culture, as a bridge of the culture. This master is made with the Foreign Affairs Minister of Italy, and of course with the Minister of Defense and the United Nations, because there is the UNIFIL, which is the United Nations in their force, international forces in Lebanon. And this is the third year in which is activated, and we are very grateful for the authorities for this cooperation.
We've done other masters, especially one with 5 Israeli universities and 4 Palestinians, where the master in Italy was only done by Sapienza, University of Rome. In this master instead, we are using 3 universities, one from the north, one from the center, and one from the south. That means Pavia, Rome, and Palermo. And the students stay a third of the time in the north, a third of the time in Rome, and a third of the time in Palermo. The master comprises 5 parts. The first one is geopolitics and diplomacy. The second one is public health, then university cooperation for peace, environment and natural disasters, and at the end, international law and security. I think this is very important for the region. We did something similar in Israel and Palestine.
The future of the cooperation among these 3 entities, diplomacy, military peace forces of United Nations, and universities, this is the future not only of the forensic policy of our countries, but all the policy of peace of United Nations and the European Union. We cannot forget European Union. So I think that the university has a task to prepare and to develop these new figures of actors in the students, present in the students. So we need people with the capability to put together diplomatic world, peace forces, United Nations world, and academic world to create this unity in the forensic policy for peace, especially for peace in this region. We started for the first time this type of activity with Sapienza. I've been the first, with our colleagues in Sapienza and the rector, promoter of this type of activity, and the Italian corporation with his director general decided to take this in consideration for the forensic policy of Italy. So our future is in the students and in the university, together the diplomacy and the peace forces of United Nations, together with the same task, peace.
In a new globalized world, all the peacekeeping missions are a multinational dimension. That means that it is necessary to involve all the components, the economical components, the political component, and also the academic components. Particularly in areas like Middle East, where we recently have also the springs, the Arabic Springs, the young people are a strong element of pressure on the government, on the people, and the cooperation, the idea to win the heart and mind of these people is really a key element for the success of the mission.
Since 2006 we are in Lebanon with humanitarian aid project, mainly focused on education, on health, on agriculture, and also in the humanitarian demining. So the Italian cooperation strongly invested in Lebanon after the conflict of 2006. We take the occasion of the cooperation between the Italian university and the Lebanese university to put together young students of different religions in order to train them to a culture of peace, especially in the Middle East.
One of the most exciting moments was the general audience that the students had with Pope Benedict XVI, and 2 of them have even been able to shake hands with the Holy Father. How was the meeting with the Pope?
The meeting with the Pope was fantastic. I can't describe the meeting in few words. I just can say that it was a very emotional situation for me, and I asked him to, first of all, I told him that I'm Anthony Nassar and I'm presenting 20 other students with me in a cooperation masters here in Italia, and I told him that he protect our country and to visit it as Giovanni Paolo II did it, and to protect our families, and that was mainly the talk between us. And he told me that he is praying for Lebanon and he will try to visit Lebanon, and just an amazing, fantastic feeling that I can say. That's it.
It was great. I was overwhelmed, and we asked him to pray to Lebanon. We told him that we are representing Lebanese youth. We are coming from two Lebanese universities, and we're having a master's degree here in La Sapienza. We told him that one of them is Christian and the other is Muslim, and we are representing coexistence and cohabitation in Lebanon. We asked him also to pray for Lebanon, to pray for our country, for the youth in our country, and we asked him for help and support because we really need it, as well as visiting our country as soon as possible.
These young students represent the next generation of Lebanon. This generation is the one that was born and grown up under the bombs. Despite their hard times, these students show a remarkable maturity and a great desire to have a hand at the construction of a better future for their country. The hope that comes with this master program is to be an important step for Lebanon to return to the glories of the past.
We need more masters, but of course it's the first initiative maybe, or the first step maybe, but of course we need more similar experiences to achieve this peace or to improve the situation in Lebanon. It's not only 20 people that are coming here to share experience, to have this masters. Of course we need more similar experiences.
This program can be one of the steps or the first steps to make peace in Lebanon. But as you know, and we all know, that peace cannot be attained by one party. So once we have an agreement with our conflict or the other conflict regions, as we said in this conference now, that Lebanon is pointed in a conflict area. So to make peace, it is a step, and we're gonna work on it. But as you know, it's not only Lebanon that will make peace. We need other parties to make peace.